So today we're speaking to James Lapwood, who is the Commercial Director for Firebrand Training. They deliver accelerated learning and certification, as well as government-funded apprenticeships and digital skills boot camps. Firebrand Training are a long-term partner here at Boston Lakes Resort, and we're really pleased to have the chance to catch up with them today. We spoke with James in the new Willows Parkway, which is one of the creative spaces at the Willows Training Centre. So is Firebrand now back doing face-to-face?
The training centre was closed for long periods over the last year or so, in line with the lockdown restrictions and rules. We've been able to open consistently since Q2 of this year, having been closed for just about all of Q1. But throughout the pandemic, we've been offering online training as well, which has been supportive of the classroom experience.
And are your delegates keen to do face-to-face, or is there a nervousness?
They are keen. So Firebrand offers what we call accelerated learning. So that is an intense experience with shorter training bursts or training weeks, but they are longer days, and they are driven towards certification at the end. So our traditional approach to that non-traditional training was to deliver through a residential experience. So our students are used to that, and a good chunk are enjoying it through online, but being able to get back into the classroom and away from the distractions of work and the family and into the test centre to take the exams really does help.
And why do you think that face-to-face experience is so important?
Face-to-face has been a big part of our model for the last 20 years or so that we've been in business, and it has been that distraction-free element. It's allowing people to get away to work with others who are in the same environment, who need to learn the same skills, to learn from each other, but to really get away from the day-to-day challenges of working in an office or looking after the family or whatever that may be. So it's an option to get away from that and to focus on the training and the study, which we have been able to do online, but being able to get into a classroom does help.
And lastly, how have the venue given you and your team confidence?
Boston Lakes have been brilliant throughout the whole pandemic with Firebrand. We worked very closely together from the earliest days to try and get our head around the various changes in legislation and rules. Boston were very forthcoming in their own COVID policy, which we worked together on to implement within Firebrand as well. So we've had a very watertight policy for well over a year now, bringing things into effect such as one-way systems, and there's temperature sensors throughout the facility. We actually brought in at Firebrand the weekly testing or bi-weekly testing rule very early, before it was even mandated elsewhere. So we've wanted to keep, or needed to keep, our staff and students safe at all times.